Praise the Lord, welcome to a daily broadcast, the Word of Faith. So we are doing a series on the trees of the Bible, and we are speaking in particular about the fig tree. The fig tree symbolizes Israel. So now, Jesus curses the fig tree. Now, why would the Creator curse His creation? You know the story in Mark chapter 11 verse 13. And seeing from afar a fig tree having leaves, he came happily that he might find any fruit on it. When he came and he found nothing but leaves, for it is not the time of figs, not yet. Jesus answered and said, No man shall eat fruit of the hereafter forever. And his disciples heard it. So it's very strange that he curses a fig tree. Now, why is Jesus cursing a fig tree just because he did not find fruit? Think about that. There is a lot behind this. As I said, the fig tree symbolizes Israel, and the fig tree, why he cursed the fig tree? Because it was no fruit. Now you might ask me, it was not the time of figs, okay? Meaning it had leaves, okay, but it was not the time of figs. Now you don't go to a mango tree in the winter because it's not the time of mangoes. So the Creator knows it's not a time. But why did he go? Listen to why did he go. When the fig tree shoots out new leaves, okay, with the new leaves it shoots out even figs also. So this is a tree with full of leaves but no fruit. And this fig tree symbolizes Israel self-righteousness. How can we say that? See, go to Genesis chapter 3 verse 7. When Adam and Eve sinned, look at what they did. And the eyes of them were opened, and they knew they were naked. They sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. So by the law first mentioned, the first time the fig tree is used, it was in the Garden of Eden. You understand this? So what did they do? The moment they sinned, the glory of God lifted, the robe of righteousness lifted, and they knew that they were naked, and they stitched themselves fig leaves. Very particular, Genesis 3:7. They sewed fig leaves together, and what happened is the fig leaves symbolizes Israel. Okay, the fig tree symbolizes Israel, and even when Adam, when he was naked, he stitched for himself fig leaves, meaning he was covering himself with self-righteousness. You understand this? Now God's righteousness is lifted. So now he was covering himself with self-righteousness. That's what Israel was. Look at this. Luke 18:9. He spoke this parable to a certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. So during Jesus' time, the Pharisees were like this. Because they followed the law, they tithed, they fasted, they thought that they were very righteous. And Jesus spoke a parable and saying, they trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. Luke 18:9. You see this? Two men went to pray, one a Pharisee and a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed. Luke 18:11. He said, Lord, I thank thee, I am not as extortionate, unjust, adulterous as this publican. I fast twice a week, I give tithes in all that I possess. And the publican, which is a tax collector, standing afar, said, I cannot lift my eyes to heaven. He smote his breast and he said, I am a sinner. Be merciful to me. Verse 14, Luke 18:14. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified than the other. For everyone that exalts himself shall be abased, and he that humbles himself shall be exalted. So, what these Pharisees did was this: during the time of Jesus in Israel, they had self-righteousness because they fasted, they tithed, okay, they read the law, they prayed. They thought that they were very righteous and they despised others. So they were under self-righteousness. Look at this, Romans 10:3. For they, Israel, being ignorant of God's righteousness and going to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves to the righteousness of God. They did not submit themselves to the righteousness of God. Okay? For Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believes. You see this? So the fig tree, why Jesus cursed the fig tree was because they had self-righteousness, but they did not have fruit. That is the meaning of that. Okay? God bless you.